Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. So welcome to another Monster Spotlight. I'm still going down the queue. Our queue is actually pretty long right now, but I'm just kind of slowly going down one by one. But basically, this is a series where I borrow other people's monsters, usually monsters I don't have, or monsters that they just want to show off. And I try them out. I usually test them out in Gold and Speed 10. So today we have Ariesan, and he has an Evil 2 Fire Wukong, but this Wukong actually has very, very nice gems, and that's why he's actually quite proud of it, because it is a triple square Fire Wukong, so it means that he's able to get very good gems for this monster. And he has it on crit rate double attack, basically with 100% crit, because this is 21.5, and this is like 14. Actually, it's 99.5%. I mean, 99.5. Yeah, 99.5. But it's close enough. You know, it's just 0.5% off. I know it's a little bit tilting, but that's just life. So we have here our testing team, basically 2 bar boosters and an armor breaker, so we can test out the different types of damage that he can do to the units. Let's see his attack. It's at 4,600, but it does have 1 crit rate gem, and it's on a ruin set, so I think it's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Wait, he has Hunter on first skill, right? No, he has Predator on first skill. I guess it's kind of the same thing. I think Hunter is stronger if you have 100% crit, but Predator is still pretty good. Alright. Let's see what he can do. Turn off the auto, go to 1x speed. Alright, we only have the Evil 2 power, so this is without any sort of damage amplification, no leader skills, no nothing. Alright, so this is just his raw power. So we're gonna try him out first on one of the Minos, and then we can hit the other Mino to compare the damage that he deals. Alright, that was like 4 hits of 8k. He did about this much. I think it's pretty good. It's actually not too bad. Let's see if we can finish off that Mino. And I'm gonna try to armor break this one. So next turn he can hit it again, and then we can see how much damage that he does against this Mino on armor break. All right, so that was like 4 hits of like around 13k. That's actually pretty good. Alright, I guess we'll finish off this Sparkler, and then next turn we'll kill the Moonflower with the WUKONG. Now the reason why I brought these two is just to boost his bar, just so we can see his AOE a little bit more, so he'll get a bit more chance to actually be able to use his AOE skill. Now the Moonflower does have a little bit more defense, so as you can see he did a little bit less damage, but that's still quite nice. Alright, so I think in order to compare the damage, I'm going to armor break one of the bees. I'll turn to 1x when he uses skill. Now his second skill is Courageous Strike. It probably won't do too much to these, but it will actually do quite a lot to golems. And the Fire Wukong actually is a Titan spawn, but since he has Predator on first skill, he's a relatively nice nuker to use all around. I think this will do quite a bit of damage. How many hits was that? Was that 5 hits of 8k? I think that was 5 hits of 8k. Did about actually didn't do too much damage. I mean, it's kind of to be expected, because it is a Courageous Strike, and Courageous Strike you have to basically hit like units that have a lot more HP for it to be effective. It's actually quite effective against Skull and Speed 10. So if you actually have some Courageous Strikers, it actually works. Like you can actually use Courageous Strike against Speed 10. It does do quite a bit of damage. We're gonna try it out again. Turn to 1x. I think it was 5 hits, right? I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's only 4 hits. It's all right. It's still quite good, and You know, this really isn't where he shines. He is really like just one of the better Titans mons. He's one of the best, actually. He's one of the best Titans mon because his first skill is still a damage boost. So he, you know, just by having that skill, he'll already do quite a bit of damage. And because it's a Predator first skill, it's a lot easier to gem. You don't necessarily need to have him with 100% crit. He's not crit reliant. So if you don't have very good gems, he can still do pretty well. So let's armor break the boss. All right, we'll try hitting the boss without armor break. The Golem Speed 10 boss does actually have quite a bit of HP, so this Courageous Strike actually will do a significant amount of damage. I think it's all right. I think it's because he wasn't armor broken. We're gonna have to armor break him to find out. I forgot to put up Kira's skill first. That was my bad. Alright, let's finish off this thing on the side first. And we'll isolate the golem and just nuke him hard. Alright, he did put attack down on me, so I'm gonna have to like wait 2 turns. That's fine. We'll just keep punishing this little floaty thing. Ooh, that buff breaker is quite annoying. I really think the game needs more buffs. Like we need buffs, like actual buffs on monsters. I think it's a pretty nice concept. That was like 4 hits of 13k. His first skill actually does a lot of damage because of the Predator. We're gonna see if we can armor break the golem. Alright, let's see how much damage this does now. Yeah, those 5 hits. That was like 12k. 12k a hit. Did quite a lot of damage to golem. It's around like it was close to 60k. But I mean, you know, even Golem Speed 10 doesn't have that much HP. So Titans, like if he's hitting like one of the Titans, he's gonna be doing so much more damage. This is with attack down. Still did like 5% HP. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I feel like his first skill actually does more damage because the golem actually doesn't have that much HP. You need to have quite a lot of HP for a Courageous Strike to be effective. So I think you can still use the Fire Wukong as a regular nuker mon because of his first skill. So he's not just limited to golems, but you can like if you get his AoE off, you should still use it just to generate blue souls. Like say for example you're using him in PvP offense. And you're fighting like, you know, either some fire, light, dark, or wood. Not a lot of water mons because he's not too tanky. If you're fighting those monsters, he can actually with his Predator. He can actually do quite a lot of damage, especially if he's hitting a wood mon. There's a few like if you use like 2 nukers to like hit a wood valk, you probably kill her in 1 turn or something like that. Basically, you just want to stack the Predator with elemental advantage, and then just have like lots of attack, and then you just nuke down like a wood monster on turn 1. So I think he's kind of niche. You can use him in some places, and he's not just limited to golems. Like if he had Courageous Strike on both his skills, he'd definitely be like a lot better in golems. But because he has Predator on his first skill, you can actually use him everywhere. You don't have to limit his use to only golems. Basically, like you can treat him like he's a water valk and just use him as a nuker. He doesn't have as much attack. His stat distribution isn't as good, I think, or maybe it's because the valk got buffed recently. I think it's just because she got buffed recently and he didn't get buffed. But I think you know, out of most of the Titans mons, he's definitely one of the best. There's only him and then like Shinobi with the Courageous Strike on first skill. Another's Incubus, and but Incubus requires crit and Verde. Where is she? Well, basically she's another she was another rebirth mon from a while back, and she. Where is she? What? Wait, why can't I find her? What is going on? Oh wait, she's right here. I'm just blind. But she also wait, she doesn't require crit either, so she actually is pretty good as well. But she's, yeah, and she's balance type. Balance type is pretty good for Courageous Strikers. Because you want Courageous Strikers to live a little bit longer, usually you just gem them up with like HP defense and attack. And it's easier to gem up monsters that don't require crit to do that, because it's really hard to gem up a monster that requires crit to do Courageous Strike and also make it tanky enough to survive. So, you know, a lot of the Nat 5s have that advantage. If they're Courageous Strikers, I think I think all the Nat 5s, Courageous Strikers, don't have, they don't have to rely on crit in order to get their Courageous Strike off, but a lot of the Nat 4 ones do. So that's one of his advantages. You don't have to have really, like, first of all, you don't have to have really good gems if you want to gem them up as a nuker, and you also don't really need to have like really good gems if you want to use them as a Courageous Striker for Titans, and also for late game. He's just much easier to gem as well. Like if you want to use him for like top tier Titans or something like that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So that's it for this monster spotlight. If you guys have a monster for me to spotlight, you're gonna have to hit me up on Discord, and I'm gonna have to add you to a queue. And it's like, it's a little bit long, but I will get to you eventually. You know, someday. I'm just going down slowly, one by one. Eventually we'll get to you. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.